Hey guys, how are ya? Hope everything is treating you well. Hope you're good. Please subscribe to my channel, share this video. Please help me get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of this year. I mean, the end of this month. Okay? Please, please, please subscribe and share. Huh? There's just something that has been bothering me that I want to talk about. Is how, I watch most of these finance news channels, Bloomberg, CNBC, Yahoo Finance, and all these finance channels, right? One thing, even just on the normal news, one thing I've realized is that they never mention Africa. They never mention Africa. They'll talk about all the Asian markets, European markets, American markets, Latin American markets. That's it. No Africa. Africa never get mentioned, So it's like now we gotta start asking ourselves the questions: is this a good thing or a bad thing? All right. If we are trying not to be part of capitalism, then it's not a bad thing. But in Africa, we're trying to use capitalism as well, just like the rest of the world, to be part of it. But if we are not in the stock market, that doesn't mean Africa doesn't have the stock market. Almost every country in Africa has a stock market. But the thing is, nothing happens in most of these stock markets. So they're missing out. They're missing out. Now, why is this so important? Because the stock market is the heart of capitalism. You want to start a business, you want to raise some money, you talk to donors or investors, they give you something, you start. If you really want to grow, you got to go on the stock market. That's why almost every billionaire you can think of, their money is on the stock market. Just remember, Elon Musk might have been the richest person in the world. I think it's Bernard Arnault, someone with Louis V and all those luxury brands, is now the richest man in the world. But when Elon Musk was the richest man in the world, it doesn't mean Elon Musk had all that money in his bank account. Nah, that was the value of his stock on the stock market. That's why Elon Musk had to sell millions of his Tesla stock to buy Twitter. Okay, he had to sell millions to buy Twitter, and that's how these people become rich. The stock market is what can help you become a billionaire. And Africa is not involved in these things as much as they should do. But here's one reason we have found out why business, because I don't know why no one gets bothered that Elon Musk, who's from South Africa, raised in South Africa, his father at some point had a mine in Zambia, an emerald mine in Zambia, where he was getting money to pay for his kids' education and all that stuff. But today, Elon Musk never even mentioned South Africa. He's not going to South Africa to Africa to get some nickel. He's going to Indonesia. He's not going to Africa to set up a plant there. They have Volkswagen plants in South Africa. No, that he's not going there to set up a Tesla plant. No, he's going to China. He's not concerned about the population of Africa. He's more concerned about the population of Japan and the rest of Asia and Europe. Never mentions Africa. So that's something to think about. But here's the other problem. There's a lot of companies that are not going to Africa. That's where all the raw materials come from. Imagine it would be the easiest place to have put a factory in the backyard of a mine, or put a mine in the backyard of a factory. You grab your minerals, you process them, they go into the factory, the end product is made. That would be Africa. But that's not happening. And you know why that's not happening? Because business in the world, not just business, but almost everything in the world is run based on trust. Based on trust. That's how things are run. You know, I heard Dr. Umar complain about how he was trying to employ all these black contractors to fix up his FDMG school, and most of them didn't do the right thing. So he had to bring in white contractors who got the job done. Now, so next time black contractors don't get jobs, don't complain. It's because they're not trustworthy. You see? That's how things work. Now, in Africa, people haven't realized this, about knowing that trust is what runs business. You know, if I'm sending money to you, I'm using, let's say, Remitly or Western Union, I'm trusting them to say they're going to make sure this money gets to you in Africa. You know, the problem we have is that people genuinely try to invest in Africa, and they get their money in the African language, if I can say so, they get their money eaten up. Oh, they ate my money. You know, they really get their money ate. I mean, eaten. You know, you send the money for someone to do something, it disappears. But then people go to church to go and pray for jobs, when you actually had given them an opportunity to create jobs for themselves. This is, look at Innocent. Innocent said there was a guy who was in the diaspora who he was looking after for, like, he was looking after his business. And this guy ended up to give him the business because he did such an amazing job. Today, Innocent makes vehicles in Nigeria, and it's a very big company and employing people. It started based on trust. The reason why most of you guys in Africa are poor, the reason why most of you guys, even in America, if I can go by what Dr. Umar said, is that, especially among you blacks, is because you are not trustworthy. You're going to find out that any person among you who is trustworthy is going to do better in life. Because the Chinese might come in. They might give him money to do something. He does the right thing, more money keeps coming. You know, I think Rwanda is trying to do something there where there's contracts, you gotta follow them up and all that stuff. So they're trying to teach people that for us to move forward, we have to be trustworthy. There's two things that can make a country develop: peace, stability, and people being trustworthy. Businesses especially. You know, stability, it's like even in the stock market. Right now, people don't know the future because there's so much going on. There's war, there's this. So it's not clear how things might pan out. And you know what people do? People take their money out, hold on to their money, or put in gold or in bonds and all that stuff, because they are not sure of what the future or what's going to happen next. But once there's clarity, people start putting money in. It's the same thing. Same principle. Trust. When your friends, when your relatives send you money, don't abuse it. Don't eat it. Like we say in Africa, don't eat the money. Eh? When they send you money, when they do want to do a business with you, I've been a victim of this too. You know, when you want to do business and they send you, let's say, a truck, a machinery, do a good job with it. Because those guys have worked hard for that money. You do a good job with it, send back the money, and then they'll send you more money. And then we're going to keep getting better and better. They send you more machinery. You know, you keep employing people. This notion that the investors have to come from outside is not going to work for Africa. The investors is you in Africa. But there's only one component. You might not have the money, but if you have the trust, if you have the honesty, money will keep flowing to you. So just remember one important thing in this. The whole world runs on trust. If I give an example, if someone is sending you money, I'm trusting that you're going to receive it. If you buy a car from Japan, Those people send it. It's so based on trust. Most of you guys have never even been to Japan, but you can buy a car from Japan online and you receive it. Because it's trust. Amazon, trust. You go online, you pay for something, you receive it. Trust. If we don't have trust, no company is going to come there to help us invest. No billionaire, no true billionaire is going to come there to help us invest, to invest in any of the businesses that we're doing, because there is no trust. I just wanted to, quickly bring that up. Trust is very important. Honesty is very important. The reason why people in Africa are poor is because most of you guys are not honest. And you kill hardworking people's dreams with your dishonesty. And when you do that, you stop your own people from getting jobs. Let me know what you think, guys. Thank you. I just wanted to quickly share this. Thank you. And please subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.